Welcome back, folks. I'm Jake Ellenbogen. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of the news tidbits that I didn't bring up because I talked about just Kyren Williams and him missing OTAs. Before we dive into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan. Now, let's get this thing started. So, a few things that came through today. Of course, the Rams taking part in OTAs, rookies integrating with the vets. It's all a great thing. I mean, we go through it every year, and it's a nice sign and a reminder that, hey, it's May right now. Soon it's going to be September. Not a lot of you want to hear that right now because you're getting ready to either leave college for a little bit and enjoy a break, leave high school, middle school, maybe even, and enjoy that break, or just for whatever reason, you love the summer and you just don't want to attend. And I totally get that. But when September comes, yes, okay, I live in upstate New York, so I am admitting to wanting September to get here and also hating the cold weather, but expediting the cold weather. That's just the way it is. I mean, I just kind of love football that much where I can take it. So I can't wait for the season to start. We have some news here you've probably already seen if you haven't already. It was reported that the Rams, after spending since 2016 training camp at UC Irvine, they are moving their training camp temporarily to Loyola Marymount, which is 18 minutes away from SoFi Stadium. And this is kind of cool. New training camp facility. I don't know anything about the facility, if it's better than UC Irvine or not. But end of an era for UC Irvine that has held the Rams training camp since they moved to LA before Sean McVay. So this is, I guess, for some people who live closer to UC Irvine, this is kind of a downer. But for the people that live closer to SoFi Stadium, well, the Rams are going to be, doing training camp 18 minutes away from SoFi Stadium. That was announced today. We'll see what ends up happening with, new facility and all of that. Woodland Hills, I know that's supposedly coming down the pipeline. Also in other news, Cooper Kupp was interviewed today and brought up the fact that Aaron Donald still has his locker in the Rams locker room. They have not moved it. So I found that to be a little interesting. Maybe there's some hope that he really will come back. Who knows? They did the same thing with Odell Beckham Jr., not to, throw water on the fire, but they did the same thing with Odell Beckham Jr., and he never came back. So, who knows? I've already moved on. I mean, I'd love to see Aaron Donald back, but I don't think that's going to happen unless it's at the very end of the season, and it may never happen. And we have to be understanding of that, and he chose to retire, so, it's fair to let him be. Ernest Jones missed today due to an excused absence, so a personal reason. Matthew Stafford, who has been there, a lot of people in the comments section are like, "Hey Jake, when are you going to start talking about Matthew Stafford's contract?" The reason I haven't talked about it is because I'm not too worried about it, but also I don't really know the details. I mean, I kind of have the idea that, okay, he wants more guaranteed money, which, if anything, should tell you that he wants to finish out this contract, which is a good sign because a lot of people have speculated that he could leave early. But with that said, I don't know if he wants another year, another deal altogether. Regardless, he's still at OTAs. He's not being, impatient in that sense. He's there. He's still going about things. And, that's really that. McVay said he's confident, he'll be at training camp and the way he's leading the way, and, they're going to keep everything in-house in regards to that, but they have kept Matthew Stafford, at least for day one, they have kept him away from interviewing or, meeting with the media. So I don't know what ends up happening there, but I think it just makes sense. If you're in a contract negotiation. You don't want either side to have unfair advantage and leverage. So it's smart. His agent probably advised him against it. The Rams didn't make him available either. So, that's that. Another thing I wanted to point out was that Jonah Jackson is being limited early on. People forget, because he was signed in the offseason, and it's easy to forget, he missed a playoff game, okay, with an injury. So because he's banged up, they want to make sure he's good to go, and they don't want to rush him. And again, I talked about this. Kyren Williams, not rushing him. I agree with the slow approach. I agree with the better safe than sorry approach. And I think that's kind of what they're doing here with Jonah Jackson. So Joe Noteboom takes over at left guard in the meantime. It won't be very long, I don't think. I believe Jonah Jackson will be ready for training camp. But yeah, some interesting stuff that came out today. Again, it's not going to be a ton, guys. There's not going to be tons of information. It's, day one OTAs or whatever. I mean, you're not really going to see a ton of, stuff coming out down the pipeline. But, the bottom line is there's news. Cooper Kupp talked about the Aaron Donald thing, like I mentioned. The new training camp facility headed to LMU, Loyola Marymount. So that's interesting. No idea on the training camp schedule. For those of you who are probably going to ask me in the comment section, that has not been released yet. I'm sure that will be released soon. And then, of course, you have what I just mentioned with Jonah Jackson and Kyren Williams. So it's football news, folks. It doesn't go away. This is the league that never sleeps. I mean, seriously, this league never sleeps. So there's always going to be news, sometimes good, sometimes bad. Hopefully, it's always going to end up being good, but that's not really, logical. That's not accurate. That's just not the way news works. News is news. It's the new with an S. So, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any, and I want to make this very clear, if you have anything you want me to record, if you have any idea on a video topic from here until August, let me know. I am taking requests to do video topics because it is a dead period. This is not typically the stuff that I'm trying to talk about. It is important, but it's not typically like I like going more in depth and, being more, analysis driven. But the news is the news and it needs to be put out there. And you guys that look at this place as a one-stop shop for that information, well, there you go. You got it. So yeah, comment section. Also, I'm going to be recording the mailbag pretty soon and I'll be doing that probably once a week. So we're just going to try to keep things fresh and keep this train rolling throughout the dead period of the NFL season. Now, I understand they're at, in OTAs and all that, but, unless you're out there, you don't really have a ton to talk about. A lot of it's regurgitated. So that's that. But again, appreciate you guys as always. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, be sure to follow me on all social media at JKBogan. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, folks. Later. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.